All right, welcome back to WMMA Now with your host Chuck Stevenson, coming at you with a announcement out of Deep Jewels. So, the all-women's Japanese mixed martial arts promotion Deep Jewels has announced their 36th numbered event that's going to take place at Saturday, March 12th at New Pier Hall in Tokyo, and they've announced the first 5 fights. Now, in addition to the 5 fights that they have made official so far, they also announced that the first round of the 2022 Flyweight Grand Prix will take place. However, the participants and matchups for that event for the Grand Prix have yet to be decided. So they've announced 5 fights so far, 4 of them in one weight class. And we're just going to go over the very basics of who these fighters are and talk about the matchups themselves. So getting started, we have a microweight bout, 97 pounds, between Mizuki Furuso on the left and Reina Kobayashi on the right. Now, Furuso is 20 years old. I'm unsure of the age of Kobayashi. Furuso comes in with a record of 7-9. Kobayashi, much less experienced. She's coming in at only 1-1. Now, Furuso last fought at Deep Jewels 35 in December, where she took a submission loss in that bout in the first round. Kobayashi last fought at the Deep Osaka Impact event in November, also losing via submission. So here you have 2 fighters coming in the smallest weight class. Furuso, this is honestly meant to be like a bounce back fight for her. She's taken 2 straight L's since coming back from pregnancy. First, she lost to Kana Sakura in Ryzen, and then she took an L to Aya Murakami in her last bout. So coming in against the 1-1 Kobayashi, this is meant to be like a bounce back fight for her. For Kobayashi, this is a good chance for her to make a name for herself against an opponent who's not only much more experienced than her, but also is a name. Furuso was part of a MMA TV show at one point, and that's how she's become known, and that's why Deep Jewels loves booking her. So should be a nice little microweight bout. So the next bout and the 3 bouts after this are going to take place in the 49 kilograms division, which is Deep Jewels doesn't have a name for it, but it's basically the Ryzen super atomweight division. It's 49 kilograms, 108 pounds. The first bout is going to be between Yuko Kiryu and Sadako Manhoof Suzumura. Kiryu coming in at 34. Manhoof on the right-hand side there coming in 15 years the elder at 49. Kiryu comes in with a record of 10-8. She's coming off of a decision win at Deep Jewels 35 earlier this month in December. Suzumura, on the other hand, is coming in with a record of 5-2-1, and she has not fought since taking a unanimous decision loss at Deep Jewels number 2 in November of 2013. So Kiryu is definitely one of the veterans of the JMMA scene with 18 fights. I believe she's won her last few. Now, Manhoof Sadako, on the other hand, she was known back in the day for having heavy hands. Now, she never actually won a fight via strikes, but she threw heavy-handed and would get knockdowns that way, and that's how she earned the nickname Manhoof for famed fighter Melvin Manhoof. So this is a good one between 2 veterans. This is a Manhoof Sadako's also like return fight, like I said, since 2013. So it's been 8 years since she's fought, and her last fight was a loss to Sahi Ham, interestingly enough. So we got 2 veterans facing off against each other. Next up, also in the super atomweight division, we have Hikero Auno taking on Morie Suda. Auno on the left there is 28. Suda on the right-hand side is one of the young up-and-comers of the Japanese scene at only 17 years old. Auno is more experienced at 8-5. She's coming off of a decision loss at Deep Jewels 33 in June in the finals of the atomweight Grand Prix, losing to champion Saori Oshima. Suda is less experienced. She's only 4-2. She's coming off of a submission win earlier this month at Deep Jewels 35. This is a good one. We have two primarily grappling fighters. Auno is a very strong wrestler. Suda, savvy with the submission work. Auno is looking to continue to, well, she's looking to bounce back, get one in the win column, and get noticed. Suda has impressed me very much. I was ready to write her off earlier because she started her career at 0-2, 2 straight losses. Since then, she has picked up 4 straight wins. She's only 17 years old, still in high school. Very promising young prospect. So this might be the fight I'm looking forward to the most so far out of the ones announced. Continuing in the 49 kilogram super atomweight bouts, we have Miki Motono taking on Mizuki Nisei Oshiro. Motono coming in at 27 years old. Nisei is 1 year younger at 26. Now Motono is 6-3, and she's coming off of a unanimous decision win earlier this month at Deep Jewels 35. Nisei is 4-4, and she just picked up a split decision win at Ryzen 32 last month in November. So Motono is the former Deep Jewels strawweight champion. She's moving down a weight class for this bout. Nisei is looking to pick up a 3rd straight win here. Well, I believe it's a 3rd straight win, and is looking to continue the success that she had picked up when she made herself or introduced herself on the big stage at Ryzen 32. So here you have critical bout for these two, because for Oshiro, for Nisei, she wants to get a positive record. Right now, she's at that even mark, 4-4, and she wants to get a positive record. For Motono, she lost her title, picked up a win recently, bounced back, and now she's looking to make a name for herself in a new weight class. Then the final bout announced so far for this event is going to be, again, at the 49 kilogram weight super atomweight class. Saori Oshima taking on Namiko Hime Kawabata. Now, Oshima is 27 years old. I don't have an age available for Hime. Oshima on the left-hand side there is 7-2. She's coming off of a big upset split decision win over Kana Asakura at Ryzen 31 back in October. Hime is she is 2-1, and she's coming off a unanimous decision loss to Miki Motono at Deep Jewels 35 earlier this month. So Saori Oshima, one of the big breakout fighters of 2021, looking to continue on that success in 2022, staying at the super atomweight class, and she is tiny for this class. She is the deep microweight champion and the Deep Jewels atomweight champion. She's very small at 108, but has not deterred her. Whereas Hebei is moving down from strawweight, looking to get back in the win column there. And I've liked what I've seen from her so far. I don't blame her for losing to the former strawweight champ Miki Motono. Looking to see what she does at super atomweight as well. So there you have it, the first 5 official bouts for Deep Jewels 36 that goes down Saturday, March 12th at New Pier Hall in Tokyo. The flyweight Grand Prix first round participants and matchups are to be decided. So I have some thoughts on this. I'm really excited and looking forward to the flyweight Grand Prix because Deep Jewels has been quietly building up their flyweight division, which is a bit unusual because it's flyweight in Japan. You don't normally see a lot of girls in that weight class there. So it's very excited to see who they announce, who they can bring in. Hopefully the travel restrictions will loosen up in the new year, and they'll even be able to bring in some foreign participants. That would be really exciting. The other thing I want to talk about is the fact that they have 4 fights at 49 kilograms, the Ryzen Super Atomweight division, including 2 fighters moving down a weight class. at least one fighter moving up a weight class for it, two fighters moving up a weight class for it, and one fighter coming out of retirement. So the head of Deep and Deep Jewels, Shigeru Seki, some people call him Big Shig. He's also an executive at Ryzen, or he's like, I don't know if he's an executive, but he's on the matchmaking team as well. So he is big on supplying deep fighters to Ryzen. And Ryzen's super atomweight division was heavily impacted negatively by the travel restrictions because of the COVID-19 situation ever since that started early last year in 2020. So since then, Ryzen has really struggled to get fighters, to find fighters to keep that division going. So in steps Big Shig, the Deep Jewels president, head, who's also one of their matchmakers. He's basically going all in on this right now, basically sacrificing two of his own divisions to help produce fighters to try to show like, oh, we've got these fighters now. They're fighting in the weight class and they're ready for that step up to the big show in Ryzen. Now, Nisei just fought there and put on a very good performance against, I can't remember her opponent's name, but both of those fighters put on a show. Just in a few hours from the time of this recording, Chiyu Park and Seika Izawa from Deep Jewels will be fighting at Ryzen 33, the New Year's Eve show. So this is really important to the Deep Jewels promotion to help keep fighters going for Ryzen. My big worry, though, is that, I mentioned this a minute or so ago, they're basically sacrificing their atomweight division, their microweight division, and their strawweight division to feed the big show. I don't think that this is going to be good for Deep Jewels long term, because you have champions. You have three championships that are now basically going unused. And if you're constantly trying to build fighters for the bigger show to feed them, because Ryzen's putting on a lot more events planned for 2022 than they did in 2021, you're basically going to be starving your own shows, which is not good for long-term growth and survival. I hope this doesn't end up being the case long-term. I hope this is just like a short-term fix. And, hopefully in 2022, the travel restrictions in Japan come up and, Ryzen can, bring in some fighters themselves and not have to rely so hard on Deep and Deep Jewels. But I'm just worried because here you have a champion in one of your weight classes fighting again outside of that division. And then you have a former champion in another weight class moving into a certain weight class. So I just hope that this isn't going to be like a long-term thing. Now that said, I like these matchups. Manhoof Sade was a big surprise. I mean, she's coming back from like an 8-year layoff at 43 years old. Not 9-year layoff, basically, at 49 years old. Got your atomweight champ, Saori Oshima, who just had a breakout year in 2021. And then, honestly, with Miki Motono, I think this is a good move for her. So we'll have to see. Anyway, like I said, I like these matchups overall. And looking forward to that Saturday, March 12th in Tokyo. Deep Jewels 36. Let me know your thoughts on these matchups in the comments down below. If you liked the video, please give it a like. And while you're at it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to WMMA Scene Now and hit the bell for notifications. WMMA Scene Now, the most complete women's mixed martial arts dedicated platform on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.